We're Britt and Mike, and this is our dog, Leah. We're currently working on our dream of converting our new Ford Transit van into a home on wheels. In this video, we're taking you along as we lay down Kilmat, tape out our floor plan, and cut the first hole into our brand new van. Welcome to our first official van build vlog. This is actually day 2. What'd you do yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday got kind of a late start, so all I did was Kilmat the wheel wells.
Good afternoon! It is Monday, November 1st, and we are officially starting van build with day 1 with Kilmat. Mike is in here doing the Kilmat. And it's raining outside, so we couldn't start any of the hole cutting on the sides or roof, but we're starting inside, so it's cold outside anyway.
And it has to be at least 53 degrees to put your Kilmat in, apparently. Otherwise it doesn't stick well enough. So right now we're at about 58 degrees. Surprisingly cold day here in California. So yeah, just gotta watch that, I guess.
How are your knees feeling?
10 out of 10. Yeah, no, the knee pads are awesome. Highly recommend them if you're gonna be doing something like this in your knees for a long time. So yeah, I'm just putting in the Kilmat, starting on the wheel wells, and I didn't know this until I opened the box and started reading the instructions, but you need a seam roller to flatten it out all smooth so that it doesn't, so that it adheres properly, and apparently has better sound deadening and insulative properties. A little bit more tedious process than I expected, which I think is going to be a recurring thing.
I thought we were just going to slap it up on the wall.
On the walls?
Like a sticker.
Yeah, well this one I'm just trying to cut it around the wheel well so that it isn't on the floor, because I don't really want to do the floor. But yeah, on the walls I think we'll be mostly slapping it up and maybe cutting around some of the edges and stuff. Try to fill all the dead space so that we don't have any funky sounds in here.
Yeah.
When we're driving down the road.
We're building you a house, honey. Come here.
And today I've just been doing more Kilmat, as you can see behind me here.
Hopefully it's nice and quiet, because it was definitely loud when we drove it here.
Yeah.
So today we are going to go over our layout, the plans that we have for our layout. We'll see what actually happens.
Yeah.
But we do have some parts ready to go. So we have an AC, a MaxxAir Fan, and 2 C.R. Lawrence windows to put in. So we're trying to nail down the layout of our roof. And then we can cut holes for our AC and our fan. We just ordered a roof rack, so we'll have that as well. And then we have 2 solar panels waiting, so we can install those once we have the rack.
Yeah, I'm super excited to cut holes in our brand new van.
You're excited? Are you being sarcastic?
Nervously excited. Yes.
I'm glad it's you, not me.
So follow along and see if I mess it up.
Alright, well, so we're going to do some taping. We'll show you the layout that we're thinking for the roof and the inside. And let's get started.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Alright, so first we'll talk a little bit about the roof layout that we have planned. It's somewhat to scale. We got the dimensions for the roof here from another couple on YouTube, Queen and Bob. So these have been super handy. So we can kind of see where these are, where our ribs are in our ceiling. And so we are probably going to have our AC here, because the ribs back here are too small for that. And then we'll just have our Maxx fan right here. So they're kind of close together, but hopefully that creates a nice breeze at least. So we have that. So here, kind of looking at the top of the van. So we have 2 200-watt Renogy solar panels that'll go on the back. We have a Dometic RTX 2000 waiting to be installed. We're not going to do these 50-watt panels anymore. So this will be the MaxxAir Fan and then just decking. And then this is the end of the usable roof space, and the rest is sort of over the cab. So this point right here is right here.
Yeah.
On the van.
And as you can see, the front here is sloped downwards, so the space really isn't usable.
Yeah. All right, this is the plan. This is a very rough sketch font that I did on Photoshop using someone else's sketch. I basically sketched over it, so it's not the cleanest, but it does have the dimensions that we want. So we're gonna tape it out in the van and see how it looks. A queen size bed is 60 inches wide. I think it's gonna have to be from here. Or is it here?
Well, that's what I'm wondering too. Because if it's, let's see.
I think it is from here, because you notch out, people always have to notch out this part of the... Okay, so next is the bathroom, and that one extends 48 inches from the edge of the bed. Oh wait,
How
no.
far from the wall?
I think 48 is too, that's 4 feet. I think it's too big. I think we were thinking 3 or 3.5, right?
Yeah.
The depth is 23 inches.
Okay, this is 3 right here. 36 inches.
I don't think that's enough room for the toilet, because the toilet has to fit.
Well, I mean, does it sit this way or does it sit on this side? I think it sits on this side, right?
It sits on this side and it looks that way.
That way you can get behind it to compost.
Yeah.
3.5 I feel like is definitely enough.
Try 3.5. I mean, I know some people do have 3.
Yeah, I know. It's good.
I guess the difference is if we do 3, we get a bigger closet.
Right.
Well, because the closet, if we do a closet, it's going to be here.
Right.
So if we have an 11-inch closet, it's not nothing, right? Like,
No,
we should be able to, can we do drawers with 11 inches?
Yeah, I'm sure we can. I mean, that's like,
They'll just be small drawers.
you want to do drawers on the bottom and then just like a little hanging space on top?
Yeah. Cute. I'll have enough room to fold all my clothes in a line, a 1 inch line. I think that's not bad for hanging space, because it doesn't have to be a lot. We'll probably fold most of our stuff.
The drawer on the bottom we can make like this high, like wheelbell height, and then it could just be like one big kind of drawer on the bottom, and then we could have like some thinner ones on top of that. They go all the way back over the top of the wheel well.
Yeah. Alright. Bench seats. Leah, you're sitting on our bench seat. You're sitting on our bench seat. I think it's just the rest of it is a bench seat.
Down to all the way to how many inches did we plan for our bench seat to be?
48 inches.
48.
Leah, honey, you're blocking the shot, babe. Come on. Come here, sweetie. Come here, honey. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the plan is a little bench seat here. We really wanted to do a dinette, but I don't think we have quite enough length. Maybe if we didn't have a closet, we could have a dinette. So I don't know, we're still thinking about it, but I think a bench seat that has drawers underneath it to do like a little footrest kind of thing is what we're gonna go with, and then a lagoon table mount on the middle. Picture it right here, and then a lagoon table mount like in the middle. And then both of these chairs will swivel. And then this side will obviously be the kitchen. So I think it also is 23 inches. Mm-hmm. And then it'll come out probably like half of this.
Yeah.
We might have a couple more inches if we want it.
Yeah, because I think most people come out to like here.
Yeah, we can do that. Alright, and then the rest of the plans that we have right now that we can't necessarily tape out are to put in a headliner shelf here. We've seen people put them sort of here to here, so we'll probably do that. We will have cabinets above the whole kitchen, and I think not on this side of the bed because our heads will be here, but we'll have cabinets going up to like right here. And then we'll have probably cabinets running all the way on this side. We'll probably have water on this side, battery bank on this side. We have a 500 amp hour lithium battery bank to install. We want to have a lot of water, like at least 40 gallons of fresh water. What else?
I mean, I think that's pretty much everything.
Yeah, the 2 swivel seats. We want to have our fridge on drawer slides because we want to do a chest style fridge because we want to fit as much as we can in there. And then with the sink above it, that way you can turn the sink out the door if you want. We have an oven stove combo that will go in the middle here.
Right here, yeah.
And then we'll have probably some drawers to finish it off here.
Right.
And then counter space all along the top.
Right. And we're doing propane, so we're going to have a propane tank that's going to mount underneath the van behind the rear diff. And then I'll have to drill holes in the floor somewhere in this area so that lines can come off and stuff and go to the oven. And then also we'll have a propane furnace for heat. So
Yeah.
I haven't decided exactly where I'm going to put that. It might go under the bed over here, or yeah, we'll have to find a place for it.
All right, so that's the plan. We're mainly filming this to look back and laugh on how it's changed because of what we wanted to do. We probably won't be able to do all of it, but we'll see. Other than that, what else do we have on our plate today?
I'm going to keep Kilmatting. I've done 1 box almost of Kilmat, and we have a full other box to do, so hopefully I can use all of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, to be continued.
Yep.
Something exciting is being delivered. We ordered our roof rack from Flatline Van Co, and it just arrived. All right, what do we got? We got a ladder.
This is our ladder here. Just some hardware, some cool stickers.
Important.
Yep. And then these 3 tall boxes over here are our roof rack.
So we ordered the Low Pro Ford Transit high roof extended rack from Flatline Van Co. We ordered the side ladder that's aluminum. I think it's all aluminum. Side ladder and the front fairing to reduce the drag and the noise from the rack. So that's exciting. That means we can do our solar panels, and we pretty much have everything to start on the roof. We've got everything that we need to cut holes, the AC and the Maxx fan on the rack. So
very exciting stuff.
yay! And after how many days we finished Kilmat? Today's Thursday. 4 days.
4 days.
Yeah.
4 part days.
The van will be nice and quiet when we drive it now. So the only places that we haven't done the Kilmat yet, this wall will be a bunk window, and it sort of has its own factory sort of Kilmat here. And then the place where we'll have our AC doesn't have it yet, and then our Maxx fan will be here. But everything else is pretty good to go. Good job.
Yeah, thanks. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, day 5 of the van build, and today I'm cutting a hole in the roof to install our MaxxAir Fan right here. This should be fun. This is our MaxxAir Fan Deluxe. So it is it comes with a remote. And then I decided to pick up a few things ahead of time to make sure I was prepared for this. I got some metal cutting jigsaw blades. This is a deburring tool. This will help take down some of the rough edges around the cut, along with a file. And then I got what's called butyl tape. This will go around the opening to kind of seal up the area. And then lap sealant, kind of just extra sealant, right? It goes around all the edges of the fan and then over all the screws, stuff like that, just to keep any water from getting in, you know, when it rains. A couple other things you'll need, obviously, a jigsaw, and a caulking gun. The tape is optional, but it will help you keep the area clean and also help you keep that piece that you're cutting out from rattling around everywhere. And I almost forgot, clean metal primer. This is to spray on all the areas that you cut, just to give it a little extra protection from rust and such. Definitely a must. I couldn't find black, so I had to go with this whitish color, but it will work. And some other tools that you will need, obviously drill bits, a drill, and it's helpful to have a driver, but you can use a regular household drill as well. I think that's everything. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out my template, and I'll show you what that looks like, and we'll figure out exactly where we're gonna cut this hole. Okay, so here's my MaxxAir Fan. It's unboxed. I have it flipped upside down to show you this. Basically, what I wanted to point out is that every fan is going to come with this trim ring for the interior. I've seen some other people online that have cut their template incorrectly by kind of tracing this. That's not what you want to do. The hole needs to be 14 by 14 inches, and this is only 13 1/4 inches. So do not trace this. Just make your own template, you know, with a straight edge and a knife or something. You want to make sure you have the right size. Okay, so as you can see, I've cut the template and I've marked a little point in the center here, and I'll show you why here in a few minutes. I just want to point out that it's important to make sure that your template is 14 by 14. I would measure from here to here and here to here, as well as here to here and here to here, just to make sure that it's 14 inches all the way around.
All right, we're gonna put some holes in this thing?
Yep, so kind of going back to the dot in the middle, what I'm going to do is drill a hole straight through that dot, and then I'll do one in each of these corners here, and that's where I will jigsaw around from the roof. And then when I go up to the roof, I can match this hole to the roof and make sure that it's perfectly centered, and I get the same, basically the same exact spot on the roof as it is inside the van.
Cool.
All right, let the fun begin.
Feels real now.
Okay, so I'm gonna start by drilling out the center hole. I'm starting with a 1/8 drill bit, and I'm gonna work my way up from there to a larger size. The middle hole doesn't matter for the size, but around the outside it needs to be big enough for your jigsaw blade to fit into the hole. So here we go.
First hole's going in.
There we go. Now I just need to drill out the corners, so I'll know where all 4 corners are going to be. Should be pretty quick. Okay, so I'm going to kind of gradually go up in size so I don't burn out any of my bits here. Okay, so as you can see, the roof is completely filthy, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up real quick and get started. Okay, so as you can see, I have taped an outline of where my template fit all the way around, and the reason for the tape is not just to make a straight line where I'm gonna cut, but also to kind of guard against the saw. There's a little guard in the saw that's gonna run right along this, and I don't want to scratch up the van. Somehow it's already got a scratch, so let's not get any more of those. Okay, here goes nothing. Man down. All right, we have a hole. Let's go see what it looks like. So here it is. Okay, so I'm standing under my new skylight, basically. So I've taken the liberty of filing down all the edges and using the burring tool to kind of clean up the edges here. And then I've taken my clean metal primer and I've primed all the areas that have been cut. This right here is the burring tool that I used. I didn't film myself using it, but it's a pretty cool tool to have for this. Basically what it does, when you're using a file, you're just, getting little tiny shavings of metal off. It's kind of cumbersome and tedious, but when you use this guy, you get these long strands of metal that come off of there and just kind of smooths out the edges real nicely, so you don't have to spend so much time filing. So definitely suggest getting it. It'll cut your work down. All right, I'm gonna let this primer dry for a little bit and then get this thing seated on the roof, because it's getting dark, I'm losing light, and the clouds are ominous. It's not supposed to rain. Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, so you can see that I've started to put the butyl tape down. What I'm going to do right here along these ridges is I'm going to double it up so it'll be thicker. That way when this seeds down on top of it, it will be even all the way around and we won't have to worry about water leaks. And then after I'm done attaching this, which will be with the tape and also with holes drilled out all the way around, then I will use the lap sealant and seal up all the holes all the way around. Say hi to Britt.
I got your dog.
And my puppy just got back from the groomers.
She smells like strawberries, and she has a little strawberry bow in her ear.
Oh my God.
Only one bow, though. I don't know if she got the other one off before I got there or what.
She only needs one.
Say hi. Oh. Can you see it?
She won't look up at me. Hi. So as you can see, I've got the butyl tape all around the edges. I've doubled it up where there's, the ridges along the sides. So I just slid this guy in over the butyl tape. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill out the corners on all four corners. Pre-drill the holes and then put some pilot screws in, and then I'll kind of jump around and do the rest. Tighten this thing down real good, and then it'll be ready for the lap sealant. Okay, pilot holes are drilled in the corners, and you can see I've already attached screws, but I haven't tightened them down all the way just yet because I want to make sure that I get everything lined up nice and evenly before I tighten it down 100%. Okay, so my hole's cut. This is in place. I've tightened down the screws probably as tight as I'm going to. I don't want to flex the plastic on this too much. So I think it's time to do a little dry fit of the MaxxAir Fan, make sure everything fits okay. Just make sure that when you install this, you put these tabs on the sides. That's where it attaches to the MaxxAir Fan. So I've just set it into place. I haven't attached it yet. This is fully extended up. You have to fully extend it in order to install it because your mounting screws are down here. To do that, you just turn that little black knob on the back side of it. And we are looking pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and attach it. And then I am going to seal up around all the screw heads and around the edge with the self-leveling lap sealant that I have over here.
Is this the last step? So we got the deluxe MaxxAir Fan, so it has a remote, but if you don't have the remote, this is how you open it. Is it open?
Yeah, you're good.
And we don't have our electrical set up yet, so we can't use the remote, and it doesn't turn, but it does open and close on the top like that, so cool.
It's hard to make this stuff look pretty, but that is the self-leveling lap sealant. Self-leveling just means that it's going to kind of even itself out. I don't have to worry about making it too perfect, and honestly the stuff is a little sticky and goopy, and I don't think there's any chance in hell I'm going to get to look real nice, but there it is, installed. Only step left to do is get inside and put a little bit of sealant on the inside of the screws, and that's it.